Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have my girl Shannon in my chair, and it's a quick tutorial, but I wanted to show you guys. I have added the Sinful Brunette to my color surfaces, as well as the Sinful Copper. This is the reason. A lot of blondes like to go copper once in a while, and I've done pretty ones. My biggest video on this channel is taking a blonde to copper, so I thought it would just do it justice to have that option. It came out beautiful. So she has grown out blonde, and today we're going to transform her. If you want to see how I do that, keep watching. Alright, so we're going to mix up two different things. We're going to do our 20 volume with Olaplex, of course, Joico Blonde Light. And then when it comes to a low light, which is going to be originally the darkest tone in the hair, we are going to tone all the blonde down with that vibrant copper at the end. But we want to add a low light in there. The reason behind this is because I want to make sure that there's something to latch on a little bit stronger, because she is so light and we are doing demi-permanent. So after her being blonde, it could wash out a little bit more the first time. Come back and get a gloss later on down the road. It will stick a lot better, but she is very light at a level 9-10. So for my low light, I mixed up 6AA, 5G, 5C, 5NW, and 4CB. You have to remember you have to fill the hair and put all the pigment that's underlying back in, so we're using golds and coppers. Alright, so we are taking her copper, and we do not need to lighten the hair that much. So you're probably wondering why I'm adding a lightener into her hair. I'm really doing this because we want to still break it up in the root area and later on have it grow out beautiful. That gives the whole Sinful technique. I can easily go in and do a whole head full of lowlights with this copper color and filler and just, you know, tone the rest down. But I do want to keep parts that are brighter and more poppier and give a nice Sinful grow out. So I'm literally doing one Sinful light to one Sinful low light. So I have a Sinful stitch and I have a dimensional stitch. My dimensional stitch is a more traditional stitch that goes up and down as a ribbon kind of effect, where my Sinful stitch is more of a slice kind of mixed with a baby light. I do it very uniquely, and it's very small, and it gives us that really nice growing out of the head effect.
All these years you've been mine. It wasn't easy, but we worked it out. All those tears, ups and downs, I swear it's been the best ride of my life. Look at where we are now, baby. Only blue skies ahead. And it wasn't all bad, baby. Look at where we began. Making out in my room, nobody had a clue. Sneaking out past curfew, we were only 17. Didn't say I love you, but we knew it was true. To this day I still do love you like I'm 17. Time went by, oh so fast. Back then we didn't know this love would last. You and I, still attached. Each other's futures and each other's past.
So even though we're doing a smudged effect look, I am going to go in and do a little bang box area, and I'm going to do my traditional way I do it, like with blondes normally, but I'm not going to focus around the hairline, just the bang box area. So I'm doing 3 baby slices, and I'm going to back it up with the Sinful stitch back to back to back. A very minimal hair there. You can count the strands in between each foil once I get to the 4th foil. Also, another thing I do want to mention, if you notice with the lightener, I'm not going all the way up on all of them. Maybe around the hairline I will a little bit, but most of the time I'm feathering up into that root area because I want to break it up a little bit more once I smudge everything down. And I'm also going to go in between every single foil and do a paint between later on, which will help the smudge look more prominent.
Look at where we are now, baby. Only blue skies ahead. And it wasn't all bad, baby. Look at where we began. Making out in my room, nobody had a clue. Sneaking out past curfew, we were only 17. Didn't say I love you, but we like you used to back then. I'm feeling our history so close I can touch it. I just can't stop thinking about us way back when. Making out in my room, nobody had a clue. Sneaking out past curfew, we were only 17. Didn't say I love you, but we knew it was true. To this day I still do love you like I'm 17. Oh, 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 oh. Still love you like I'm 17. Still love you like I'm 17.
Okay, so now I'm doing the paint between. I'm doing 4N, 4NB equal parts with 10 volume for a little bit more sticky power. And then I'm going to go in, and after we're done and everything's said and done, I'm going to let her process for about 35 minutes total, just to make sure that color sticks a little longer. You know, the manufacturer's instructions with Shades EQ is actually 20 minutes, but I did want to let that lightener process a little bit as well, because her hair does tend to not lift so well. And a little Brett Ryan pro tip is always, when you want to do a smudged effect root, make sure you go in between and do a paint between of every single foil. It's also going to bring down where that line was of the old blonde hair, mixing with her virgin root. You guys, look how beautiful this came out with the low light of the copper and everything we mixed. We smudged her, we did a paint between, and then the final formula. I hope you guys love this final result. My next client came, we were running just a little bit behind, so this is the end of the video. I hope you guys learned something. Now I added this to my menu. I have the Sinful Copper for blondes who want to do this. It's beautiful, and she'll be able to just tone it and refresh it with the global toner, and she can let it grow out for a long time, and then whenever she's ready to go back to blonde, we would just run right through it with the lightener, and it won't be as damaging because it's all demi. So look how vivid it still looks. And then Kim, my other client, I'll show you guys, she literally does her toner once every 6 months, and we always use Shades EQ, and she never ever washes out that quick. So doesn't matter if it's a demi or permanent, they still both fade. It's all about how you take care of it. All right, guys, that's going to do it for another tutorial. It's now in the history books. Leave video ideas down below. Let me know what you think. I'm going to start responding back to as many comments as possible. I love you guys so much. I'll see you in the next one. As always, so long for now, guys.